What Google have done in the last 2 or 3 years is phenomenal. They were caught on the back foot by OpenAI. For years before the release of ChatGPT, Google were the big dog in artificial intelligence. If you watch movies like The Thinking Game and you follow the work of Google DeepMind, Demis Hassabis' lab, you know they have been pushing forward artificial intelligence for decades. They had internal tools arguably better. They didn't push them to market. They thought, they're not ready. We don't want to put something out into public which could be problematic, dangerous, damage our reputation. OpenAI had no qualms. Launched ChatGPT, the first public release, was a bit rubbish. So lots of people did use it and they're like, oh, AI's crap. I'm not going to use that again. That damaged the reputation of the industry because OpenAI pushed ChatGPT. OpenAI caught Google on the back foot. For the last couple of years, it's been ChatGPT. All the way, they have become synonymous with artificial intelligence. When you say AI, people think ChatGPT. In the same way, when you talk about search engine, people think Google. OpenAI and ChatGPT stole a march on Google. That said, Google have for the last few years been slowly chugging away doing the work. They have built an entire vertical, TPUs, cloud infrastructure data from Google Search, YouTube Images. They're a data company. They have the application layer. Google Chrome has 70% or 80% market penetration. They have Android, Google Workspace, a huge amount of users, and they have cache. That's something OpenAI does not have. They have to keep going back to investors and saying, hey, we got 50 billion. Hey, I need $200 billion. So they're in a more precarious position. Google have moved slower, playing catch up. They have everything on lock and money to keep going where OpenAI will potentially get in trouble. This is why OpenAI have introduced adverts to get the revenue. I think Google are in a position to take over. I think Gemini will surpass ChatGPT in a couple of years. Gemini 3 and Gemini 3 Pro in particular, very good models. I just haven't moved off Claude because it requires them to not just be as good as Claude, but to be superior. Because there's a big changing cost, a switching cost, projects, memory, work patterns. I highly rate what they've done. It's a good model. And I wouldn't be surprised if they surpass ChatGPT. Quarterly report, Gemini is used by 750 million people every month. Compare that to 900 million for ChatGPT. Gemini is catching up quickly, probably surpass ChatGPT this year. The one to watch. Don't personally use Gemini, but I think it's extremely good.